Welcome back once again to the Pine Creek Trailhead. Today I'm finally actually going to be going up it. Bud and I are here we were supposed to do a backpacking trip this weekend, but a combination of potentially breezy conditions and I had to work most of the day, or till afternoon yesterday. Decided to just wimp out, get a motel in Bishop, and turn it into a day hike for today. So up we go. There's the mine over there. Supposedly there's a road and then a trail that'll take you up towards Morgan Pass, drop you into Little Lakes Valley. It looks like the road switch backing up there. Been in the shade so far. See how long that continues. Crossed a few little streams so far. This is the biggest one yet though. Buddy's having fun with it. Who knows, maybe I'll get to try out my brand new Keen shoes. There's Pine Creek way up there, sheeting down the rocks. And down here too. Getting windy again. I seem to remember a peak around here called Peppermint Peak. I think this is it. Across another little stream. And look what was waiting for me on the other side. One of our more elusive flower friends. That's the real white heather. We call it the real white heather, as opposed to the other stuff that looks like red heather but it's white. the elderberry, which just so happens to be right here. These flowers look identical to the red heather except they're white. Yet it's not really called white heather. The little bells are. Go figure. Speaking of red heather, there is some. See the white little bells in the background too. At least their leaves look kind of similar. Elderberry has much bigger leaves. I wonder why the flowers look so close though. How about that? We're finally entering the wilderness. That sign says no more fires. Deep blue sky. Love it. Here's Pine Lake. Pretty good sized. Right above it is what I think is that Peppermint Peak. This is Upper Pine Lake. Nice little meadow over there. Finally reached the junction here. A little bit of ways away from where my GPS said it would be. I'm gonna go up here, check out Honeymoon Lake, then head up into Granite Park, and then try to head up to the Royce Lakes. Get the off-trail travel out of the way first. Here's Honeymoon Lake. Found a great little spot to camp right behind me. It's kind of near an area designated as a horse camp. So it might not be so nice if there's horses camped there. Might be some more sights in those trees over there. Or even down over there. There's that Peppermint Peak again. Going around the other side of Honeymoon Lake now. Spotted a couple more good campsites on the way over here, so it looks like there's plenty of spaces to camp here. Neat little waterfall over there too. Looks like granite already. Very nice waterfalls. There's something I don't see too often. Yellow paintbrush. Quite a bit of it around here. Good sized one. The whole family here. Very nice. Some good red heather going on too. Trail's definitely gotten steeper and less horse friendly. Fine by me. I see some snow. Wonder how long it's going to take Buddy to find it. Oh, he found it. It's kind of steep right there. It's probably not the best for rolling. I think he's figured that out. But there should be more where that came from. Now this is neat. Got a lake over there. These little grass islands that the stream meanders around. As Bud finds out, it's a little deep here. Hey, there's snow up there. Definitely looking very granite-y. Bud's discovered there's fish in here, and they move quickly. Was contemplating going in, but it's pretty deep right there. A whole lot of fish, but they're pretty small. Guess he doesn't want him badly enough to swim after him. Bet this would be real pretty under higher water situations. Of course, there'd be a lot more snow around. But that's the price you pay. I think this is big enough to qualify as a lake. I think the pass I'm going to be going for is this way. But first I want to see how many more lakes I can find and see if I can figure out where Italy Pass is. Probably won't go to it, but just want to scout it out. Well, now I'm feeling a little better. I think I see my exit to the Royce Lakes. There's a big lake I wanted to go by. It should be right over there. There's two snow-filled chutes up there. The lower one leads to a little rise. That's probably where the lakes are. And the one above it goes up to the peaks behind it. That I don't need to do. Not today, anyway. Very pretty up here. The Chalfont Lakes are somewhere over one of these hills, not too far away. I'll have to skip them today. Well, I think it's time to say farewell to the trail. It's switchbacking away from this big lake I want to go to. It should be right over this hill. Then comes our exit to the Royce Lakes. Yep, I see it over there. Very nice lake. I don't think this peak up here has a name, at least not on my map. Some kind of a little critter that just popped his head up. It looks like a little weasel. Most recently he popped up over here. This is definitely what I came here to see, sights like this. Should be fun getting around this lake. Still seeing lots of red heather. I'd say it has a view, but I bet if you were down there as low as it is, you'd probably only see the rock. Looks like plenty of grass over here to make things a little easier. Yep, pretty easy indeed for now. Couple of boulder scrambles. Then we go up. He was getting awfully nervous on some of those boulders. Then he went high and found the snow. That was more back over there. Been waiting a while to do that, bud? Let's see if he'll go up here. Yeah, buddy's not having much trouble in this terrain. Nice big slabs though. Better than tons of tiny little rocks. And hey, he could be over here in the snow. Instead, I think he's settling in for a nap. Buddy just found out that snow's pretty soft and you sink in it quite a ways. So I guess he won't be climbing the snow today. Alright, let's go. Come on. That easy. This snow's a little firmer. Even I can walk on it so far. This snow's working. Good boy. We made it. There's the first of the Royce lakes. This is one of the smaller ones. Still fairly good sized. I think that's Feather Peak up there, but I better check and make sure. Because there's Feather Peak, Royce Peak, and Merriam Peak. I think that one's Royce. And then Merriam is probably down there. Traversing across the snow now. Bud's going higher. I think I might try to go this way. Okay, now I get to step onto this. Better hope it doesn't give way on me. Or I suppose I could try to jump to this rock and step gingerly onto the snow. Better hurry, Bud's waiting. There's where we came in. This is the upper Royce Lake. That is Feather Peak. Here is the big Royce Lake. that I think about it, I think Bob did have a name for these two little peaks that are here, but I forget what they are. Yeah, it's pretty windy up here today. Feather, Royce, and Miriam. We're getting there. That's Royce Pass over there. I made a quick stop for just a minute. Better relief from the intermittent boulder fields. Time to say farewell to the Middle Royce Lake, the big one. But luckily, right around the corner we have another one. The lower one, and I believe the smallest of the bunch. was a cute little lake. Looks like this is the smallest, but it's not the last one. We got one more. This one should be the second smallest. Boy, from here it looks pretty big. Doesn't look like the second smallest. It's pretty close in size to the uppermost one, so it's hard to tell. That prominent point over there is probably Mount Humphreys. This almost looks like Humphreys Basin up here. And here I thought he was getting exhausted. Like a tent over there. That's Royce Peak. Royce Merriam Saddle. And Merriam Peak. I think I'm really glad I'm not camping out here this weekend. Time to head for Pine Creek Pass. Oh look, there's Pilot Knob. Those must be the Mathis glaciers behind it. Found a nice tall rock to stand on. that one's Puppet Lake. Lake and L Lake, and in the back there you have Star Lake. Steelhead Lake and French Lake. Pretty easy cruising through here, just as I'd hoped. Found some snow to chill my milkshake. It's a little more protected from the wind here, so maybe you can hear me a little better. That's French Lake. And Steelhead Lake. And down lower, L Lake and Moon Lake. And Star Lake up there. Just barely see it. I bet Puppet Pass is right there. As you come down from there, and there's Puppet Lake. Looks like we're heading down this way. Still can't see the actual pass. Got some little tiny lupines here. Small. Cute little puddles up here on this bench. There's Peppermint again. Well, the terrain up there was real nice. The last little bit here is going to be a little bit worse. But this is the pass here. Back on the trail, and here's the other people and some dogs. Cute little Lake straddling Pine Creek Pass. Uh-oh, bud, did you make a new friend? Boy. Ditto.
He's probably too tired to have any real trouble.
Ditto again. Actually, don't look that tired. Here we are on Pine Creek Pass. How do I know this is the actual pass? Well, observation for one. Number two, there's a sign! Moofer can rejoice. Okay, down we go. Came across a drift fence. Haven't seen one of them in a while. This one's cool though, it has a human bypass. So you don't have to take it apart. Much appreciated. Back to the Granite Park junction. That took a little while. Oh, this is going to take even longer though. That was only about 2 miles. This is more like 6. And we're back down at the car. Pretty quick descent. Made it easily by 6:30. I wasn't sure I would. Just over 21 miles. Not too bad. Can't wait to see what tomorrow holds. Well, I decided to come up here this morning. Didn't get a very early start. I decided not to set my alarm, sleep in a little bit. It's about 7:45. But we're just going to head up the trail and see what we can find. Get to Blue Lake at least, and whatever else we do is just extra. Bud's ready to go now. It's still breezy. But beautiful. You know, I didn't stop for a lot of flowers yesterday, but I did want to stop for this. Whole bunch of Sierra Columbines. Not very far from the car and right next to the trail. And look, the fireweed's almost coming out too. There's the Paiute Crags over there. Had a little bit of a break from the wind, but must be in the path of it again. It's kicking back up. Here's Blue Lake. I wonder if this is the crossing. Pretty nice looking fish down there. Now passing by the Emerald Lakes, which as I recall from last time are not that exciting. Kind of shallow and grassy. Not a whole lot of water volume draining this canyon either, so onward we go towards Dingleberry Lake. Guess that's Dingleberry Lake. Not very big, but prettier than the Emerald Lakes. Having fun, bud? It's not snow, but it's still wet and cold. There's our Wetsy Betsy. Here's the crossing in the middle fork of Bishop Creek. The rocks are above the water, that's good. See if I can make it across without slipping. Easy peasy. Although with Mom and a big backpack, I don't know. Not so easy peasy, but doable. Nice cluster of shooting stars right next to the crossing. They look good and healthy. I think that's coming out of Midnight Lake. It's like a good spot to get some water on the way down. Midnight Lake should be right up in here. Here's Midnight Lake. Very nice. Definitely a very dark color. So I guess this is the ridge that you take if you're going to Hackle Call. It's going to be way up in there somewhere. I believe this peak on my map doesn't have a name, but I think it's called Picture Peak. And I'm pretty certain that that's Mount Darwin up there. Now, I'm not sure if that's Mount Tom Ross or if he's blocked by some other peak. It's hard to tell from the map. Definitely a very pretty place though. It's definitely whetted my appetite to come back and stay here someday. Looks like there's a lot of little terraces over here. Hopefully there's some camp spots in here. Don't have time today to go exploring them. So Midnight Lake, farewell for now. Nice spot right here. I almost see down into the Bishop area. I tried my phone, but I left it back in the car. Very nice place to get water. My pants got pretty wet the first bottle. That's because I insisted on sitting on that rock right there. A lot of splash happening. Passing by Dingleberry again. Back to the car. About 1:40 in the afternoon. It's going to be an interesting dash to see if we can get home by 6. Still hit 12 miles today. Very nice. And it's still windy. It's been nice though, it's kept the mosquitoes at bay. Ready to go home, bud? Yeah, let's go on home.